Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
48
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Geis with a carry on second down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on second and 8. Garoppolo dancing to his left. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
And we had the Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll hand it now to Geis. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A gain of 2.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. 48. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down at 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
From the 29, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He finds Coleman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 16, 13 yards there and a Niner first. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up second.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taken in by Sprinkle, little pitch and catch. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
You ain't got no feet.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, 49ers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that is incomplete here.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, it's Love. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Washington on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. On first down, here's Love.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First and goal, Washington.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Second and goal.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 41-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
48 month. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
At the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and...
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The right hash, and this one just a chipping. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. And sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 8 yards there. 1st down, Washington.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Going to give it to Love. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with touchdown number 20 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score again. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. All going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this is...
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
On the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Mahomes going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Washington ball carrier. The tackle by Quan Alexander. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
10 more yards. Ronald Darby brought him down.
On 2nd and very short, Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they hand off to Coleman. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Going underneath, it's Coleman. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 48. I'm coming up to you. Check 48's the Mike. Go. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Turnover on downs.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love.
Right.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Kinlaw on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 21st touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Coleman. A man from nearby Stanford, Solomon Thomas, on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
They'll take over.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
49ers.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now a man open down the middle of the field. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
This Washington 31. 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 38, 49ers 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Drops it off for Coleman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Coleman
in need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He finds Coleman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Garoppolo again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes this Washington 38, 49ers 17. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Mahomes going to throw it here. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Garoppolo on 1st down. This is Coleman with a grab. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final quarter.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Washington, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move.